And here they are. And yeah, they think they're still respected dying, and you can just and they can just keep their dead in the basement and it'll be fine because they can't bury them because they're coming back to life and crawling out of the earth. So they're supposed to be disposing of the bodies, but they're not, and that is the problem. And I always think in a situation like this or any crisis situation that the biggest danger is other people because people are not going to get along. I mean, there'll be some people that'll get along, but there's always going to be somebody that's going to have their own agenda. Um, this movie specifically, you've got these people that just want to survive, and then they find themselves a safe haven. They take it, they protect it, they fortify it, and then what their big problem is, why they don't remain safe, is they believe that they're so safe that they're kind of become complacent in their situation, and then somebody else comes along, it's like, hey, you've got this big thing and there's all this stuff inside and we want that stuff, so we're going to come in, and if you are not willing to share, we're going to kill you too. And these are other survivors that have been surviving on the road and looting, and that's, later on in the movie. um the the bikers come in, they get in the helicopter, and then they fly looking for somewhere where they can rest and and collect their thoughts and decide what they're going to do. They land on the roof of a mall. They take the mall, they protect it, fortify it, they clean out all the zombies, and then they become they stay there too long. What they should have done was stay there and kind of catch a breath and then leave. But they didn't leave, and that's why ultimately they lose so many members of their group. Um, I've always been drawn to disaster movies, and I'm not quite sure why. It seems kind of strange. Here they're flying over the area, and these are some people in the kind of, I guess you'd call them rednecks, and they're all rallying up. They've got some troopers there, and then the people got all their guns out, and they're just pretty much have formed a line. And any zombies that come along, they're gonna shoot them. So I would think this group would do pretty good unless somebody was stupid enough to fall asleep on their watch. I don't know. I don't know if they're just living in that barn or whatever. See, they're sitting around drinking coffee, and here come some zombies, so let's shoot them. So they shoot them. But yeah, they look like they're having a good old time with all this. Um, see, there's more action, more zombies. Get them. They got them. Yay. Then this is a group sitting out by a car and just drinking beers and shooting zombies. Gone forward a little bit. Here's they're stopping for gas. And this is just kind of showing how shows how useless Steven is. Steven doesn't really, I don't know, he grows a little bit as a character and gets a little stronger, but pretty much he just it's just kind of useless as far as I'm concerned. Um, he he leaves Roger here alone to fill up the gas tank on the helicopter and goes down to this hangar. Because he wants to see what's there. I don't know what he thought he was gonna get. Maybe there'd be some gas tanks inside or something. I don't know. He couldn't really carry anything else in his helicopter, so it seems kind of silly. And Peter, is just bored, so he goes in here to see what there is up there to get. Maybe a coffee out of the coffee machine there. I, I, well, look, there's coffee. It said it was out of order. But anyway, and you see Franny finally in action in this part, and she's been always all her life a soft, kind of a soft woman, you know, not had to fight anything, not really had to be collected in any kind of danger like this, calm and collected. She kind of loses her head a little bit, and yeah, she sees the zombie going towards Steven. It doesn't really do anything, and Steven's like, oh, see, there's another zombie going towards her, and Steven's trying to fight that zombie off, but he can't get the hammer that he was going to hit it with. And I was going to say they don't seem to like to use the blunt force objects in this movie too much, but Steven doesn't have any problem with it because Steven can't shoot this broadside of a barn. Um, I like how in the movie Franny gets, you know, she grows. There's a situation inside of the mall where she's left alone and by Steven actually, because Roger and Peter went down into the mall to see if they could get some supplies, and um, Steven goes down after them and takes the only rifle they left with him, and they thought he would stay up there, but no, Steven thinks he can do anything, but he really isn't very smart. Um, Franny loses her head in that situation as well, and then finally she's like, I don't want you to ever leave me without a gun again, and I want to learn how to fly that helicopter because something might happen to Steven. And Steven gets mad. He's like, oh, I wanted to be one of the boys. Oh, Fran, boo hoo. He just kind of pouts and walks off, and she's like, I'm sorry, Steven. And it also turns out that she's pregnant. Who wants to bring a baby into a world plagued by zombies? Okay, here we go. Steven takes the rifle, tries to shoot the zombie. That isn't even a threat. It's way back there. He could wait till it got closer. But no, he's shooting it, and then here comes Roger. Because Roger rocks. Roger's gonna shoot him first shot. There's zombie goes down. Peter's fought off these two zombies. And then whoops, there's one coming through the door, and he does not have time to bring up his rifle. And he doesn't hit the zombie with the rifle, but he's got to jump out of the way because Steven thinks he can shoot the zombie. But Steven can't hit the broadside of a barn. Here comes Roger, because Roger kicks ass. Roger's gonna kill the zombie first shot. Yay!